Fatal Attraction. Let me show you the game between Edward Lasker and George Thomas. The reason why I got reminded of this game is because of this. Netflix. So the series is called Explained, where they discuss various topics, wide range topics. One of those is about chess. And of course, Edward Lasker and George Thomas been included in this explanation. The series, 24-minute long, you can watch the video. And the reason why this is called Fatal Attraction, because the Black King would just reach the G1. It's not just imagine, your king will reach the G1 square in the like post opening to pre-middle game, like less than 20 moves. Let's just say less than 20 moves. So this will be an interesting one. D4, F5, Dutch, Knight F3, Knight C3, Knight F6. Of course, in the opening, one of the basic principles that we've been taught or we've been advised to consider is to cover the center. Of course, you have to develop your piece and making sure it's covering the center. Don't abandon your center part of the board, because if you do, you will be having a hard time to survive. Who controls the center controls the game. So those are the basic principle that you could consider when doing the opening. Bishop G5 is not only attacking the knight or pinning down the knight, but also trying to eliminate the knight to have some E2 to E4. Of course, without the bishop on G5, E2 and E4, E2 to E4 is not viable. That is not a good idea. You're gonna sacrifice your pawn for no reason. So bishop G5, bishop E7, one of the principle, if you are being pinned, is to cover. The other one is to move away. Bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, E4, F takes E4, knight C3. Just imagine your knight on C3. It covers the D5 and the B5. However, after the knight jumping on the E4, it covers C5, D6, F6, G5. So if your knight is in the center, it covers good squares. Good square of your territory, opponent's territory. B6, what a good move. Let's just go back a little bit. B6, that the plan is to go bishop B7 covering the A8 to H1. On version of good move by Edward Lasker, bishop D3. Why? It's Edward Lasker just spot the weakness of black here, which is the H7 here is like, I can sense something that I could attack later on, which is the H7. I have my two knights that could help me doing that. So let's see how Edward Lasker to execute the good plan here. Knight going to E5. Alright, it's not only covering the squares in the territory of black, but also clearing the pathway for the queen going to H5. Once again, attacking the H7, which is the weak one. So let's continue. Castling, and now queen H5, and that's a I gotta say, terrible move and a blunder at the same time. So it's like so it's a bad move, a blunder, a terrible move by George Thomas. The reason is, can you pause the video and spot the good sacrifice of white here in 3, 2, 1. Queen takes H7. Of course, the king cannot go on F7 because of the knight. That is the first one. King takes H7. Knight takes F6. Even if the white would like to, come on. The black queen would like to capture the knight. There's no way, because of the bishop is also checking the king. It's like a double check in a sense. But two pieces checking the king at the same time. So if black king would go on H8, there's a knight G6, checkmate. So king H6, knight G4, knight EG4 check, H4. After the king G5, king F4, G3, bishop F3, king F3, bishop E2, king G2, rook h2, and now king g1. What a journey. However, king d2, checkmate. Crazy game. One of the crazy games that I've seen. So of course, there are too many crazy games around, but this is one of those crazy games. That's definitely just less than 20 moves. Post opening to pre middle game, less than 20 moves. Wow. Whew. So hot. So that is called Fatal Attraction. So if you enjoyed this video, you can click the subscribe button and don't click the bell button at the same time. And also, you may visit my Facebook page where I do live streaming. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.